Hey, welcome back to 2DG. We get another beer review, another trash talk. All right. This time, we're bringing to you Coors Light. Blue Mountains, we're good to go. This one's only 24 ounces, though.
That's right, yes. Yeah, got that whole extra ounce with the Bud Light.
You better know it.
Yes.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and grab some glasses here. We're going to get into it. It's Coors Light. I don't know what to say. I haven't probably had one in 20 years. When it first came to our state, we drank a lot of it. We used to get the 1 gallon party balls and pump that up, have a little party, drink it all.
I used to drink quite a bit of this when I, first started drinking beer. The neighbor, we'd go down to a local bar and the neighbor drank beer and he'd buy a pitcher. Well, this is what he would buy.
Oh.
I learned to tolerate beer, and this is what it was.
But of course. I mean, who didn't drink this, right?
Yeah, it's true.
All right, so to describe what I see my head disappeared already. Highly carbonated. It's fizzing out just like a soda.
Yes.
The bubbles are not as... I will say the Bud Lights had a creamier head.
Definitely.
This is literally looks like a soda. Color-wise, crystal clear. I don't know if you can see through it, but color-wise, might be the slightest shade darker than the Bud Light. A little more golden.
Maybe. Not much.
Not much. But that's it. Crystal clear, highly carbonated. Head dissipates quickly. I suppose we'll
I was going to say, there's not much else to say about it, really.
go ahead and get a nose on it. Okay, I get a little more of that fruity, bubblegummy, yeasty smell right off the bat than I did with the previous Trash Talk.
I would agree.
The #1 beer. I don't get as much of the grain, though. I'd say this one's more yeast dominated than what the previous contender was. So it's slight. There is a slight graininess to it. I mean, it's real subtle malt. A lot more of the, like I said, the fruity bubblegummy yeast smell. And then not nearly the dive bar stale beer smell that we got on the previous Trash Talk. This actually doesn't smell too bad. I mean, it's lacking. It's all subtle.
Very subtle.
But I like the blend of the yeast and the malt, But that could be because I'm just thirsty.
Well, so am I.
I'm having hope. All right, well, let's get to tasting then.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Right off the bat, I get that bubblegummy, yeasty flavor. Mm-hmm. And then it just kind of melds, and you get that typical light lagery flavor. And then after I'd swallow, though, I get a real crackery malt coming back. I mean, it's fairly substantial for this. Not getting that?
I don't think it's substantial. I guess for this it is, but there's a hint of the cracker there. Yeah. I would say it was probably, there's a little more cracker to it than the last Trash Talk, but
I would agree.
Yeah, I actually like this though. I mean, for what it is, it's got a little more flavor.
Mouth feels water.
Yeah.
And I don't mean watery. I mean, the mouth feels like you have a mouthful of water. A little bit of tang from the carbonation. Goes down really easily. Now I can see why we drank it so much back in the day. Nothing off-putting again, Yeah. Flavor-wise, I could see why we crushed it.
Yes. And I mean, I see why people drink it. It just, I've, sorry, I thought there was a light change.
I also see why it's number 10. The Bud Light, I think, was even less flavor. So
yeah.
I can see why a lot of people gravitate towards it who probably don't like beer to begin with. Or think they don't because they haven't had anything good. But anyway, I suppose we should get to rating.
Okay.
All right, the rate beer. This thing has over just about 3,000 reviews, and it scored a solid 2 on the style, which is again the light a light lager, I think. And the overall rate beer gives it a 0. Now our last contender didn't even have an overall; it was an NA,
Yes.
Yeah, 2, and it is a pale lager. So again, rate beer gives it a 2. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
All right, so let's get to our own ratings.
Go ahead.
All right, for the style, I'm actually just going to go 3.5. I think it has a little more flavor than the previous contender. Maybe. It's really hard to tell. They're both real similar. I think, again, this has a lot more of a crackery flavor. But there's something lacking. It just doesn't... I think the blend isn't there. From start to finish, I don't think it's quite as smooth as the Bud Light was. And again, that may be just lack of. But this does have a little more of that bitter lagerness. Mm-hmm. I don't mind it. I'm just not willing to give it much.
Yeah.
More than a 3. Did I say 3.5?
3.5.
Yeah.
It kind of leaves that little bit more of a lingering aftertaste than the previous beer that we rated. And I don't care for that aftertaste too much. So I think even though I almost think this has a little bit better flavor to it because of that aftertaste that I don't care for. I think I'm going to leave this one at a 3 because it's not any better for this style, but it's not really any worse. So
I just really enjoy that upfront hoppy, that upfront bubblegummy yeast flavor, but it dissipates quickly and doesn't leave much else. So.
Yeah.
Overall, I suppose we should do our overall. My overall for this beer is going to stay at a 2. I don't see... Yeah, I'm actually debating on whether to go to a 1.5, but I'll go with a 2. I don't see going to this, and I think between this and Bud Light, I'd have to actually compare them side to side to see which one I'd go with for the evening, if those were my only choices. Nothing off-putting about the flavor. If I went to a party and this is what they had, I could survive.
Oh, definitely.
I probably wouldn't enjoy myself near as much. So anyway, that's my overall.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with a 2 on this one as well. There's really nothing, wrong with it. I mean, considering for what it is, it's just not
desirable.
Yes, there we go. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with what we said, and I can't bump it up. There's just nothing I can do. Again, you get a little blast of some flavor, swallow it, goes away, and then all of a sudden you get a little bit of a crackery, but nothing hangs on to remind you that you just drank a beer. Yeah. There's nothing there. I could see drinking this, go home, and be like, I should have had a beer today. Oh. So, hey, what are you going to do?
Yes.
But hey, that's what trash talk is all about.
Yes, it is.
So, we trashed it. There you go. Let us know down below what you think about Coors Light. I'm sure that it's somebody's favorite beer in the world. So put it down there. Be sure to hit the rate button, the thumbs up, thumbs down. Hit subscribe, why not? We'll let you know when we're having more reviews, which are about 3 times a week right now. Hit the comments area too and let us know. What do you think about Coors Light, or what's your favorite beer? I don't care if it's macro or micro. Let us know. Hey, we'll get it if we can. We'll review it if we can.
Yeah. 2GG.
See ya.